Virgos, welcome to your July readings. Thank you so much for joining me, beautiful souls. Your significator card is hope. Hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. That is a very beautiful card to be starting with, my lovely Virgos. Let's have a look at your talisman card as well. Growth of energy. This is lovely. Lovely Virgos, this feels for me as if the energy in July is going to be picking you up, hatching out, moving beyond something, seeing a way forward. All of these things are coming through with these cards. Let's draw your tarot cards and see. Lovely Virgos, just to let you know as well, there will be extended readings for these readings. I always do extendeds, and they are available on Patreon, in my Patreon community, or in my YouTube members area. And I'll put the links to both of those below. I'll let you know at the end of the reading what I'm going to be looking at in the extendeds. And then if you're sort of new to Patreon or to the YouTube members area, you can have a think about whether they might be of help to you, further help. Okay, I'm actually seeing these cards here. How interesting. It's like we've got little wads of cards. I'm wondering if things will come out for you in this month in, sort of want to say, in leaps and bounds. This card says, hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. You have the card of justice. You have the Ten of Wands and the Ace of Cups. I think in July, something that is currently a burden for you can actually potentially shift. A situation where you're feeling overloaded, trapped even for some of you. I think something can move forwards here. The Ace of Wands is a terrific energy of movement, of energy. If any of you have been struggling with health issues or anything that has been getting you down, exhausting you, whether this is mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, something I think can come back into balance here. Growth of energy. I almost feel as though for some of you there could even be a silver lining that comes out of a situation. Let's have a look. Yeah, look at this. We've got the Tower. We've got the Seven of Wands. This is interesting because we also have the Page of Cups. And I'm just going to put this here, and I think we'll draw another card in a minute. Right. I feel that something that has caused you, for some of you it could be a conflict of interests. For some of you, something's changing. If any of you, now obviously this is a general reading, it's going to reach, many. But I think if any of you have found yourselves drawn into a situation where perhaps you were pulled into, I don't know, a group of people who were a bit narcissistic, a bit self-centered, something has to come back into balance. If you've been giving more than you've been receiving, something needs to come back into balance, and I think something can. Any areas of conflict, or as I said, if there's been a conflict of interests, I think something can be brought back into balance and a new perspective found with the Hermit, or a new way of seeing things, or a new attitude. For some of you, somebody may even come in here to help you, like a mentor or a guide, somebody who's going to step in and assist you. Let's see what else we have here. May we kindly ask for another card here for my lovely Virgos. Two of Cups. This is beautiful. I actually think, my lovely Virgos, and I will explore this in much more detail in the extendeds, but I think that there's an opportunity in July where you can sort of be freed from something. The Two of Cups, if you look at the imagery of this card. Now the story of this card is that somebody who really didn't like this beautiful person, and I can't remember her name, so please forgive me. If any of you know, do put it in the comments, please. But she was basically to be sacrificed. This person here was sent to this beautiful angel, or whatever, was sent to sacrifice this maiden to the sea monster. And she was tied to the rock, but actually he was carrying, I think it is Cupid, I think he's carrying Cupid's arrow, and he pierced himself with the arrow and fell in love with her, so he couldn't sacrifice her. I feel there's something about a sacrifice here. Maybe you have been sacrificing yourself, or perhaps if there was a conflict of interest, you ended up sacrificing sort of something. I mean, with narcissistic people, self-centered people, we often end up sacrificing ourselves because their motives take over, their agendas take over. I think you can be liberated from this. It's like you can find your way back to life again. So if you, if you had in any way potentially either previously been drawn into something with this conflict of interests, the competitive edge, even something like jealousy or envy, if you've been drawn into something or any kind of conflict or battle around something, I sort of feel this is a point where the egg can hatch. There can be a new beginning, or you can lay an egg, almost like a golden egg of possibility. I think something is given to you. There's an opportunity that enables you to move away from or beyond this kind of area of conflict. As I said, maybe, sometimes we do something as well, and we did something, but maybe and afterwards sometimes there can be a sort of a regret, or it weighs heavy on you. You would have liked to have done it differently. Likewise, you may have find yourself in a situation around some people who are a bit toxic or narcissistic, and you'd really like out. You don't want to be hanging around people who are very needy or who are very challenging. There's something here about an opportunity to liberate yourself from something that has blocked your ability to look forward with hope. And this is hope arriving. Like I said, there could be a silver lining to something. Perhaps something emerges that you weren't expecting from a situation. Maybe you randomly meet a mentor or a guide. Or you can literally sever ties to something. An opportunity arises. Let's draw a few more cards around this. Around the Hermit card. What's the opportunity that comes to my Virgos? Now, I think what I will do in the extendeds is I will really, really look at in much, much, much more detail about what this is about, and also about how the Tower moment arrives. What's the Tower moment? What's going on? Advice and guidance as to how to move forwards. I mean, for some of you, you could even be falling in love, perhaps you fall in love with life again. I do feel there's an opportunity for you to sort of come alive, to get your energy back, to be given a new focus, a new perspective, to come back into balance. Okay, let's check in, please. Maybe kindly ask. Let's ask about the Hermit. What is this, the Hermit card, bringing in for you? What is the Hermit card bringing in? Ooh, 4 of Cups, that's interesting. Okay, that is very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. I'm seeing these 4 actually. Right, I'm going to put this up here. If I move these along, I think we can get these in. Right, Virgos. My lovely, lovely Virgos. Right, 4 of Cups. Yeah, Knight of Swords. My goodness me. Absolutely. Oh my goodness me. You've got 9 of Pentacles and King of Wands. Okay. Right, I think something comes to light, actually. I think something is opened up. This is the guide, the guiding energy. Now, whether it's someone who reveals something or opens something up or shows you something, with this Four of Cups, this is almost like somehow something comes to your attention that pushes something into the open, and it causes you to be in a position where you can actually move forwards, almost as though you can choose the pathway of the higher good. You know, if you felt you were in a position where there was a conflict of interest, you will know, actually, you'll be able to hold the higher road. You'll be able to take action. You'll be able to re-empower yourself. If anything's been going on, as I said, if you were drawn into anything around people who are a bit self-centered or a bit narcissistic, something will come to light and be shown to you. And it means that you can take action and invest in a new pathway or a different perspective or the right way for you. This is like a piece of information or knowledge or awareness that gives you hope, and it takes you on a different trajectory of absolute empowerment. It's like it gives you permission to take charge of something. It would be like if something is revealed to you, you've had a gut feeling about something that just wasn't sitting well, and you know it's just, but it's there, and suddenly this is brought into the open. Like you feel that maybe you're in a competitive situation, but you don't really know what's going on because it's not open. Suddenly it's brought into the open, and it's like, right, okay, that's big, but I'm now going to take action. I'm now going to move this forwards. I can now do this. It's almost whereas something was denied to you, or visibility of something was denied before, which meant that you sat in a place of should I, shouldn't I, can I really trust what I feel, that kind of stuff. It's like something is shown to you, it's revealed, and it's like, do you know what? Actually, I'm taking action now. I now have absolute permission to trust what is right for me and move forwards. I mean, this is really clear, my lovely Virgos, really clear. Very, very interesting energy. Very interesting energy. So I think I'm going to move on to the extendeds, and I'm going to, yes, what shall we explore? Let me let you know what's going to be explored. If you do check in on the extended, you will, of course, if you're on Patreon or on the YouTube members area, you do get all the readings for all the signs. So if you know your moon sign, or your, as well as your sun sign or your rising sign, you can kind of get the whole package. So what I think here, I think we will explore what it's, we'll try and get some more information about how and also when this information comes to light. How and when. What is it that kind of breaks down or is shown to you? And also, I very much want to focus on the future. I mean, there may be, I also want to see if there's anything you need to do. Are there loose ends you have to tie up? Because, you know, this looks to be quite a big shift for you. Big shift in your awareness, a big shift in your consciousness. But it also feels like this is very much in the real circumstances of your world. So I'm going to explore all of these areas, I think, and look ahead. What's the pathway that you can now invest in? Because you're moving to a position of empowerment. You know, something changes. A negative situation can transform into a positive situation. I think you also have a part to play in it. So I'm going to explore this fully and really try and see how your month maps out. My beautiful, beautiful Virgos, thank you so much for being here, for liking, for sharing, for subscribing. Don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell icon if you want to make sure you never miss a reading. And I look forward to seeing you either for other readings on this channel or my other main channel where I do all my pick a card readings, or indeed in the extendeds if you wish. Tons of love, Virgos.